Let's welcome the players for men's singles semi-final.
欢迎男子运动员入场。
Representing Brazil, Hugo CALDERANO.
He's the World Cup champion. He walks first. That's because he's ranked 3 in the world right now. But he's back where he did something so special, a life-changing moment last year. Can he book his place in another final? He's up against this man.
Representing China, Chuqin.
And Chuqin is out for revenge on CALDERANO, who saw him off in an epic semi-final in this very event last year. He's also going in search of a World Cup win for the first time, and he's somebody who has been pushed to his limits over the last 2 matches. Somebody who very nearly exited this tournament, giving himself no chance today. But such is his quality, such are his fighting qualities that he fought through. So here it is, the last 2 meetings are all you need to know. It was a win at Champions MACAO last time, 4-love, and then before that in Doha, a 4-1. But then you think about World Cup action, and you think about an incredible semi-final. They met in Macau the previous year as well. The first time in 2024, won by Chuqin last year, and we'll come to that in a moment, won by Hugo. Wang's been put through the ringer by his player against Darko Jovic and against Felix Lebrun. Chuqin was under extreme threat, under massive pressure. And yesterday he told me that the way he's been playing, he had a lot of problems to fix. He needed luck to get through. But somehow, as the famous saying goes, the harder you practice, the luckier you get. And this is a guy who's worked hard for this moment. Fraser Riley's alongside me here. The players are shooting across to our umpire, Christoph Geiger, for the coin toss. Fraser's going to take his
red or black
considered opinion on this
black
when
for
we come back.
CALDERANO, red for WANG. Red, WANG win the toss. Receive for WANG. CALDERANO stay.
Fraser, in a moment when we get through to looking at the different players, we will actually look at that semi-final. We got footage of that last year. I know that you were entranced by it, and we'll get to it. But for Hugo, his life was changed by what happened. How's he been here in his defense of this title?
And a bit of a shaky one, a bit of a roller coaster ride against Shinsuke Tagami, the world doubles champion. He was better before that against Christian Carlsen. He was like a knife through butter against Alexis Lebrun, the European champion.
But you just can't overlook the fact that there is history between these two. Yes, the overall head-to-head favours him, but look at that. 4-3 yesterday, 4-2 before that. He was pushed to the limit, as he was, by CALDERANO 1 year ago. This was the semi-final, a double-hander in there from Hugo. All the tricks coming out, and look at the scoreline. He came through in the most exhilarating fashion, winning it 12-10, doing the push-up, and then going on to win it.
One of the greatest match points of all time. The first man outside of Europe and Asia, the first man from Pan America to win the World Cup. And it meant the world to him. You could see the emotion because of how close he was to making the Olympic final in Paris before that. What an achievement, what a player.
And now, what a setup for a match. You couldn't hope for anything better. The history between the two players, the form we've seen, and
this is the biggest rivalry right now in table tennis. These two met as well in the World Championship final, let's not forget, in Doha.
That's right.
So this is such an interesting clash of styles. Lefty versus righty, both absolute powerhouses.
The last 2 meetings will give Chuqin a lot of faith. Hugo only took 1 game in those 2 matches, losing 4-1 and then 4-love. Here in Macau, in the Champions. Oh my word. And remember, those last 2 meetings were in finals. So it's always coming down to the
First
big
game,
matches.
Calderano to serve, love all.
Look at all that tape on the left leg there of Chuqin. When I spoke to him last night, understandably, he looked frayed around the edges, mentally, physically. Hugo, in contrast, scampered through his quarterfinal against Alexei. Very quick work, and it meant that he was able to get some food in, rest well, and recover well for this one.
That was a continental clout match. The Pan American champion against the European champion.
Whoa.
Oh, beautiful feeling.
Oh, under the table.
In this particular matchup here, as we see Calderano scoop it shallow. The reason why Chuqin is able to beat Calderano more times than not is because of the serve receive. In the rally, I think Calderano actually has a little bit more firepower, and he is more dangerous on the backhand in the rally, Calderano. An absolutely bellowing stroke.
How about that serve receive from Calderano there, though?
It was
decent.
nice. It was really nice, but he's got to try and keep out Wang Chuqin when he serves. So far, Chuqin's winning points on receive.
Yep. All of them. A little bit of a break there for Hugo along the way to earn something. There's another thing, another factor in this, and it's the fact that Chuqin is carrying the hopes and expectations of a nation, and has been ever since his teammates fell by the wayside here at the World Cup.
Led, 3-all.
And that's a heavy burden to carry. Heavy load on this man. I know he's capable of great things, but there's a lot asked of him. No Lin Shidong here at this World Cup to shoulder some of that burden of expectation. It was a lot to ask of young Wenribo and the others here.
Yeah, Liang Jinkun and Joji Hao out of the group stage. It is such a big burden, but he treats the pressure as a privilege, Wang Chuqin. Hope.
Yes, hope. It says on all of his branded goods, anything is possible is the message.
And how he's managed to stare defeat in the face against Darko Jogic, 3-1-9-6. The same score as it was when he was down against Sora Matsushima at the finals. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he managed to get through that. Outstanding mental strength.
You just mentioned Sora Matsushima. We're going to talk about him in a moment and his presence in that final, which suddenly, it just transforms the nature of that final.
It does.
6-4.
Let's see how this match goes, and then we can think about Sora, and we can look ahead to this evening. But you don't want to jump to any conclusions here. Hugo's got this burning passion. Once you've tasted something, you want to taste it again. Oh! That is extraordinary.
He fanned it out of his own body, the side spin, caught the edge of the table.
It floated. He gave up on it. He was walking off. How does Calderano get away from situations that are going to hurt him? How does he get into the exchanges he wants to be involved in? It's going to be so difficult for him.
Chuqin's serve receive is so good that Calderano might just have to take the approach of sending it long and emphasising the importance of... Gets himself into his favourable department, but Chuqin comes out on top there.
Yeah.
Look at that backhand from Chuqin and the balance of transition.
That's a bonus for the Brazilian. He'd given up. He was doing the Hail Mary around the back there.
We've seen him make it.
Yes, we have. We saw him make the double-hander yesterday, didn't we?
Against
Alexei.
A block.
Yes.
This is where Calderano's good. You see, just gets into the point, out the serve receive with enough quality, gives himself time, and builds upon it.
When I think of Calderano, I think of that shot. Back off the table, core engaged, and the power he generates on that backhand.
He blurs the lines. That's uncharted territory for a lot, but he owns that territory. Wang Lichin, the three-time world singles champion, and Chin Chijen, the former personal coach of Ma Long, who's now the head of development.
That team is there en masse. Three-line whip for this one. You will be there. They're all watching. And there's a celebration for teammates and fans alike to get to 3 game points for Chuqin. Meanwhile, on the other side, you've got Bruno Takahashi, Vitor Ishii, and one of the LeBruns. And that's it. That's the cheerleading party for Hugo. And so they get to clap first in celebration of a game won. Oh, look at that. Off the net. All the same, he's done more than enough already here now to pose problems for Hugo Calderano, the reigning champion, the first shirt change of this semi-final. How does he put the brakes on the world number 1? You watch sport all around the world, you watch great sports stars and they're worshipped, they're idolized, but we only have to glance away from our commentary position here, Fraser, to be reminded of the amazing focus, literally, to our left are fans, and they have all brought cameras, not just phones, professional cameras with zoom lenses trained on one player alone, and it's this guy.
Here we see fans, we see journalists. He is one of the brightest shining stars of world sport. Both of these two are. Calderano's so famous around the world with over 1 million followers. I'm not sure with how that stands up to Wang Chuqin's following in China. Probably got 10 million plus everywhere we go in the shopping centres and the malls. Fans are all over him.
That's cool.
But Hugo's such a seasoned campaigner, such an experienced player. Having spent a lot of time in China as well, the atmosphere is not going to faze him in any way whatsoever. What he has to focus on now is how he can play his game, but he's not being allowed to right now.
Wang Chuqin is just so disciplined. is the serve receive, where Dato is probably the most handcuffing player in the world. He's so good, he's so crafty.
And a wry smile from Calderano, who knows the magnitude of the problem he faces in that department.
They'll make him impatient, Chuqin. Calderano needs to get into the rally to dish out some damage, and Chuqin's making it really sticky.
Oh! Well, he pulled off 2 stunning shots, Calderano, but the third, he couldn't.
This serve that Chuqin plays is forehand pendulum, right? It has so many questions. Should I wait for it? Can I wait and spin? Should I take it with a forehand flick? If I touch it, will it pop up? Can I power push it? It's just so hard to tell what to do on his serves. Chuqin gets in off his serve, never looks back.
Hugo's got to be careful that he doesn't allow any memories of another arena and another competition. But that last meeting, which was in the WTT realm, the Champions MACAO, was a chastening one. He was very comfortably beaten. He fought hard in the first for an 11-9, but from that point on, he succumbed. And he mustn't allow that to happen here. He's got to try and change it up.
Left, love 6.
Bruno Takahashi and Vittori Ishii looking on. They haven't had too much to cheer thus far. They'll be hoping for more of that.
Oh, an outrageous backhand rip.
He got a break before then, but he's going to take whatever he can get. He has to somehow put the brakes on, dig his heels in, stop this slide.
Clever shot from Calderano with the backhand. He got Wang Chuqin in a defensive position, just scrambling for it, the world #1, but he couldn't put the cherry on top, Hugo.
Oh, he loaded up, but couldn't execute. Beautiful.
His serve is just harassing Calderano. Hasn't managed to find an answer to it, Hugo. Comes at you so quickly. Across the body. Calderano with the seatbelt shot.
And as fun as they are to watch and as potentially motivating they are for him, they're few and far between these. Beautiful wins. Because they're followed by that. So far for Wang Chuqin and coach Wang Hao, this has been a far less turbulent outing than they experienced yesterday.
Left, 9-3.
It's so hard for Calderano here. Sporadically, he sees a glimmer of a chance.
He's been left to feed on the scraps here.
Yeah. He's been given nothing. And Wang Chuqin is marching towards the first final. He's enjoying himself as well. He's playing his game and is way, way on top.
What we're seeing here is a prime time Wang Chuqin, a man who is so keen as the last Chinese player standing here to make amends for the Paris Olympic singles, to win his second major after the World Championships in Doha, and back up his clout as the world's #1.
Third game, Calderano to serve, level.
Right now, Tom, for me, there's only 2 players in the world that can really challenge Wang Chuqin, and that's Fan Zhendong and Sora Matsushima.
If we talk about the player who is available for immediate confrontation, should he make the final? And that is Matsushima.
1-all.
You look back over the last 3 meetings between these two, and granted, it is a 4-2 head-to-head lead, but over the last 3 meetings, you've seen a 4-2 win for Sora, a 4-3 win for Chuqin, and a 3-2 win for Sora. That's 2 out of 3. And they've all been extremely close matches.
The one that Sora lost, he was 3-1, 9-6 up on Chuqin.
That's right.
It'll be 3 out of 3.
I'll
tell you what, if Chuqin wins this World Cup, then I just would be blown away. And I know he's the world #1, I know he's the world champion, and I know he's won more smashes and champions than anybody in the game, but if he does it, I would be blown away. The last Chinese player standing from the round of 16.
And remember, in terms of his own personal World Cup history, he's looking to go where he's not been before as well.
Exactly.
He craves this. Out at the semi-final stage twice already in his career. That's the best we've seen so far.
Sets it up and just tees off. The coldest forehand in the game. It is unreturnable. This is basically a must-win game for Calderano, as far as I see it. Who beats Chuqin from 3-0 down?
Yeah, you're right. 100% right. It's not beyond Hugo because he's that good. But it has to happen now.
He was 3-1 down against Chuqin in last year's semi-final. You know, he's capable of stringing a couple of games in a row against this guy.
3-4.
This is where I'm expecting to see Chuqin pointing at that head, saying, focus, focus.
At the moment, in the set piece, as it were, part of play, he's just got too much for Hugo.
As soon as it landed shallow, that defensive shot from Calderano, you knew it would take a miracle to stop this man.
Look at the spin on that. 106 there on the winner.
It's just relentless.
I like that little graphic, winner spinner. We really hope you're enjoying our coverage here and that you've enjoyed it all week long from the ITTF World Cup Macau 2026. Every angle covered. We've been hearing from the players. The atmosphere is sensational. Staging is superb.
I was watching it on TV last year and just seeing this beautiful stage, the walkouts, the arena, the Galaxy Arena.
Oh, down the line.
I was just blown away,
And here you are.
here I am. It's a dream come true.
Look at that. He's painted that white line a couple of times now.
Can Calderano find an answer to this serve without misplacing himself and leaving himself exposed? If he can, we've got a match on our hands.
Big goal. Much more proactive, as he'll have to be. 6-all to the towels. And now the fans recognize that this may be the moment, and they don't want the Brazilian to come back into this. They know how dangerous he can be. Two things about that beautiful angle from above, the hanging ball dropping down to be served, and then the sheer pace, as well as precision, as that swerved into Calderano. Oh, he got it, and he'll celebrate that. You always know with Chuqin when he knows he's played a great shot.
That defies the laws of physics. Calderano got him into the crossover. He took the forehand late and he still played a winner. How is he thinking along those wavelengths?
He's not thinking, he's acting, isn't he?
It's instinct. Get out the crossover.
Oh, where's that going? Dropped it! Just a little push there. Loved it on the half volley.
He's really improved his play against these higher balls, Chuqin, because before he struggled to drop shot. I remember watching him play against Ruben Phillips. He messed up loads of them, but his drop shot success rate has been brilliant this event.
Yeah. He's played a couple of spellbinding shots in this little run towards a 3-point advantage.
Oh, nicely done, Calderano.
He's done it off both flanks now. He's been able to attack on a service.
Not consistently, though.
No.
Because of his square stance near the table, because he wants to play powerful shots, especially with the backhand on receive, he leaves himself vulnerable into the crossover.
Oh, another one! He's producing gem after gem after gem, and doesn't Wang Hao love it? Raw emotion here. Have you ever seen anything quite like this guy? Yes, we have, I know, but he's producing blinding winners at a time when all he needs to be is consistent.
He's got the X factor.
Oh, and that one, brother.
He's got the star power and the gunpowder.
Yeah. His sense of timing is extraordinary. And I don't mean in terms of how he meets the ball. He didn't need to do much more than just keep shackling Calderano, but instead he's played 3 of the most remarkable shots you see. Even Camp Brazil must be thinking, we might be up against it here. It just seems to be written in the stars inside the Galaxy Arena that that man's going to make his first World Cup final.
Well, right now it's looking like we're going to see a repeat of the Champions Macau final. Just rolling him up and smoking him. Wang Chuqin, the reigning champion. Well, we've seen miracles from this man. But he is going to have to walk on water to get back into this one. You're going to have to see a kind of Michael Mays against Hao Shui performance here from Hugo. Saw it from Sun Ying Sha earlier, capitalising in her semi-final, building upon the relief of escaping a really, really difficult match. And we're seeing it here from Wang Chuqin, who was just 2 points away from defeat against Darko Jogic. He'll leave no stone unturned. Timeouts from the reigning champion.
She will support Hugo Calderano through thick and thin, and right now it's so tough for her mixed doubles partner.
Love 3.
It's not like he's played terribly by any means. He doesn't know how to do that. It's just that Wang Chuqin's had every answer at every step of the way, right?
Yeah. He's got an answer for every formula thrown at him.
3-1.
He's a perfectionist, Wang Chuqin. You know how meticulous and inventive Calderano is, but I think as a table tennis mind, Chuqin is a steel trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
We sometimes make the mistake of looking at scorelines, looking at a 4-0 win and saying, oh, that was an easy victory. No. Wang Chuqin has to play his best table tennis to see off Calderano in 4 games.
Yeah.
3-4.
And whenever there's even a hint of an opportunity, that coach, those fans, his teammates, make some noise, get behind their man. Look to snuff out any chance of a comeback.
4-all.
3 of the last 4 points for Calderano.
He's got to make inroads now.
Four of the last 5, rather.
Yeah. Oh, off the edge. Is that what he needs? Is that the little break? The moment? Net, edge. Good night. Well
Nice
played.
receive. Real oomph in that forehand touch. He trapped the serve. Made life a lot easier for himself.
Now, this is the big moment. He's won the points on the Wang service. Can he defend his own?
7-4.
It's the first time we've seen that brow even slightly furrowed from Wang Hao.
4-8.
And it's the first time we've seen this kind of a position. This kind of an opportunity for the World Cup winner, the champion, the man whose title defense is hanging by a thread right now.
And bravo Calderano, because he was 3-0 down in this game. Called the timeout, and look at this. Backhand of the best caliber from Calderano. Hit the clamp of the net. If that goes over, it's still in play.
9-5.
It's his chance. It's his big chance. 10-5.
Trickles into the backhand flick. I think Calderano's done a really good job in this game of making it tougher for Wang Chuqin to tell where he's going to go with it, what he's going to do.
And he takes it now further. He picks up the game. He takes us now deeper into this semi-final than we thought we would go.
Calderano gets on board the comeback train, but Wang Chuqin finish him off at the first station. After this embarkment, well, we will see. Calderano on the scoreboard. Couldn't have left it any later. It's about Wang Chuqin's composure and closure. He wants to get to his first World Cup final, take on and beat Sora Matsushima of Japan. What a captivating campaign it's been for the world number one. taking on Felix Lebrun
Calderano
in a 4-2 epic. Then clashing swords with Darko Jorgic. We saw the closest battle between those two players that we've ever seen, even closer than Vegas. Chuqin pulling off an incredible comeback, and here he is now against the man who beat him in last year's semi-final, the reigning champion, Calderano. He's back against the ropes, playing really freely right now, fluidly. He has to keep mixing and matching, find ways to freeze Wang Chuqin and prevent this shot, the kill shot. Trademark forehand, that straight arm silhouette. What a serve! He's aced him.
Back to where we were, stifling him, not allowing him to build on that momentum of the last game.
Ooh, miscontacts it, Chuqin. You know that lobbing can be quite effective against Chuqin. Higher trajectory topspin ball. Simon Gauzy took a 2-0 lead on Chuqin at the World Championships.
It's still such a tall order for Hugo, but there are just a few green shoots of recovery on show here. But remember who he's playing. Remember how battle-hardened he is this week alone.
No, he didn't.
What was that from the Brazilian? Genius on show.
What a chop from Calderano. Look at that.
If he goes on to do anything in this match, that shot needs to be shown over and over and over again.
Well, now that he's managed to prove his panache, showcase his style and creative capability, maybe he'll relax even more, Calderano.
5-4.
Psychologically speaking, I think he likes that. I think he likes us to play a point on his own terms and have a bit more fun. You can look at it and call it a lapse in focus or a silly decision because theoretically it is lower percentage, but you know, sometimes playing a point, a fun point during a match can just relax you and help you not take it too seriously, which is important.
Oh, and this is so good. Seen it before in this match. He doesn't want to entertain any chance of a Calderano comeback here.
Into the middle. Calderano wanted to play the forehand touch, but he was too tucked up, the Brazilian. can't tell what he's going to do because the form motion of every single serve, pendulum serve of Wang Chuqin, is identical. Battling for his life.
Time out.
His hand's still on the trophy, but this is slipping through his fingers. Timeout from Chuqin. Just a one-point game.
And they had this up their sleeves as well. It's stacked in his favour.
But it's never easy.
Six, seven. Seven all.
Tried to steer the backhand wide. But great rotation from CALDERANO, getting that rotation, that dwell. Slightly higher trajectory into the Chuqin backhand. It's a good play. We've seen this a few times. CALDERANO thinking it's flickable. I mean, maybe it is, but it's more difficult than what he thought. Chuqin with ball in hand again. Is that a double-hander?
8 all.
From Hugo CALDERANO. It was. It's just a joke what he does at the table. He blends sports together. Oh, out the crossover with the lollipop block. Well done, Wang Chuqin, because he was under fire there. He was on the receiving end of some full throttle forehands. The game point, or will it be match point? There's your answer. And listen to this raucous crowd. Listen to Wang Hao. He saved match point in last year's semi-final against Chuqin. He's going to have to do it here in game 5. Oh my goodness, Hugo. The forehand touch. The breakdance move of the forehand bomber. What a way to save match point. Unbelievable. Devastating. Second match point.
left.
Net on the surf.
11-10.
Wang Chuqin gets his revenge, and he's through to the World Cup final for the first time in his career. The reigning champion, Hugo, could only take a game off Lionheart today. Sora Matsushima, ready and waiting for the world number one. That is going to be a highly competitive and very intense men's singles final later on today. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Hope still alive here for the Chinese men's team, and it's their main man, their poster boy, Wang Chuqin, who, starting from the round of 16 as the last Chinese man standing, is through with 3 wins on the bounce to the men's singles final. He's got a chance to cement himself as a Chinese hero, as a Hall of Famer. We've got a few of them down there. Wang Liqin, Xin Zhejian, and the rest of the entourage. They believe in him. They believe that he has the mental metal, that he's got the minerals to win this World Cup. The hopes of the Chinese nation rest on his shoulders and his shoulders alone. And he's carrying that weight through now to the men's singles final. Let's hear from Wang Chuqin.